Good morning, and welcome to the first ever virtual Rooster Booster Breakfast presented by the Greater Owensboro Chamber of Commerce. I am your host for the morning, Chad Benefield from WBKR, coming to you live from my dining room. And I know that some of y'all actually went into work this morning trying to make this official, trying to be all business-like. I know that some of you are watching from the comfort of your own home. Now see, I'll be honest, I got dressed up for you this morning, put on a shirt and a tie, and so I didn't really put on dress pants because there's just no reason to. In fact, I may or may not be wearing my Golden Girls pajama pants. Okay. All right. Yes, I'll show you. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes. Those are the Golden Girls. You're welcome. We're doing business up top and party at the bottom. But we're so glad that you all are with us. And the last 6 weeks have been just incredible. And to see our community and what it's done to, rally together to overcome this obstacle has been really, really inspiring. Of course, we're still in the process of doing that. So thank you for being with us this morning. We have a great program lined up for you. And to kick things off, we're going to do this just like we would be doing it if we were in person. We always begin with an invocation, and to share that with us this morning from Brescia University, please welcome to our virtual Rooster Booster Breakfast, Father Larry Hostetter.
Good morning. Please join me in prayer. God of the ages, God of yesterday and tomorrow, God of today, eternal God without beginning or end, you have made each of us in your sacred image and call us into being out of love and for love. Help us to remember who you are and who you call us to be as we journey together during these difficult days. Made in your image, you call us to respond during this pandemic crisis with faith in your love, with hope in your providence, and with love, especially for the most vulnerable in our midst. We ask you to provide your guiding hand to all who have the responsibility of leading us through these days, our national leaders, our governor, our judges, executive, and mayors. Bless also all of those on the front lines of keeping us safe, healthcare workers, first responders, those in grocery stores, sanitation workers, and the many others who are risking their health to serve others. We ask you to provide consolation to those who are alone and separated from their families, especially the sick and the dying, whether in hospitals, nursing homes, or in prisons. For the sake of the sick and for those who care for them, we ask you to soften our hearts with the spirit of gratitude and a willingness to do our part to keep everyone safe. We also ask you to inspire our scientists and medical doctors who are working for vaccines, tests, and treatment options. Through them, we know you are providing us the means to end this pandemic. May our virtual gathering today be a blessing to our community and may give glory to your presence in our midst. Amen.
Father Larry, thank you so much. And now, hopefully you all are standing at home. You can definitely do that. For our Pledge of Allegiance this morning, we're going to take a trip out to the farm where Carson Cecil is standing by. By the way, Carson just wrapped up her school year with her mom, Jacqueline, at home. A little NTI action. And Carson in August is going to begin the 6th grade. I cannot believe it. I was there when she was born. Well, kind of. Close, but in the proximity, but not really in the room, just came in later. Hey, Carson. So let's go to Carson for the pledge.
Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Carson, thanks. Awesome job, by the way. I had to change my tie. I wasn't feeling that pink one at all. Okay, 2 things. One, does anybody else get the vibe that every single Rooster Booster is take your daughter to work day for Jacqueline? Carson might as well be on the chamber staff. I feel like I should take one of my kids to work. Simon, come here, buddy. Come here. Hold on, I'm going to show you Simon. Come here, buddy. Come here. One of my Sparky rescues. Hang on. Here's Simon. It's take your son to work day. Okay, so Simon, there's Ellie. She's mad. She's not in the video. Okay, so we're going to have our mingle minute like we always do at Rooster Booster. Hey, Ellie, I need you to rein it in, princess. Daddy's working. Okay, so here's how Mingle Minute's going to work. It's going to be on social media. We need you to tag at least 3 friends and invite them to our virtual Rooster Booster. Ellie, zip it. And how this is going to work, we're going to randomly draw a winner who's going to get a $50 gift card to the chamber member of their choice. How awesome is that? So, and we have a very special musical presentation for you during the Mingle Minute. So get ready. Y'all get on social media. We are already there. But start tagging your friends, invite them, and you could win. And now we're going to go for a live performance from the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame and Museum for our Mingle Minute. Let's do it. Say bye, Simon. Say bye, Simon.
I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. I said, blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shine on the one that's left me blue. It was all a lonely night, stars shining bright, whisper on high, love say goodbye. I said the moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shine on the one that's left me blue. Shine on the one that's left me blue.
That was awesome. Jacqueline Graves, Randy Lanham, and Chris Jawson with our Mingle Minute song today. By the way, gonna throw this idea out there and see if it sticks. I vote that when we finally get back to the convention center that every single Rooster Booster breakfast, for every Mingle Minute, we have a live performance. I think we should do it. I don't see why not. I think that was awesome. Oh, hey, speaking of awesome, got the mask, and I would like y'all to know it matches the tie. Thank you very much. Okay, so yes, this is different. We're trying to keep this month's Rooster Booster breakfast as close to normal as possible. And every single Rooster Booster, we are just privileged and honored to have with us a breakfast sponsor. And what I love about the folks at EM Ford, even though this is a temporary new normal, they were completely on board with being our breakfast sponsor. So please, please, please welcome to our virtual Rooster Booster breakfast here on social media, our friends from EM Ford.
Good morning, Owensboro. Welcome to the first ever virtual Rooster Booster. I'm Clay Ford, and this is my brother Neil. We're very proud to be part of the 4th generation of partners at EM Ford. We're so excited to be with you all this morning. We wish we were all together at the Convention Center downtown enjoying a Mingle Minute of shaking hands and patting each other on the back, but that'll come in the near future, and we're really looking forward to it. We know this has been a really difficult time in the community for many, And we want to first say thank you to all those people that are out there working on the front lines in our healthcare system and in the grocery stores and everywhere else, the people that are keeping us moving on a daily basis. Thank you. We know you're taking a lot of risks and risking your own health in order to keep us healthy. So thank you for everything that you do on a daily basis. We know there are people struggling in our community. We're praying for you, and we want to do everything that we can to help as we move forward. We also want to thank those in the community that have stepped up to make sure that people who are in need are getting the help that they so much deserve. We want to say thank you to Candy and her team at the Chamber. First of all, for this opportunity to host this morning and to be sponsors of Rooster Booster, but also for the fantastic work that you're doing on a daily basis to keep us informed, make sure that we understand all of the changes that are occurring on a daily basis, and getting the help that we need as businesses. We're going to be stronger because of that, but we're also going to be better on the back end of this. So thank you for the work that you're doing on a daily basis. We're very proud to be members of the Chamber, and we're going to benefit directly from our membership. So thank you for everything, and we look forward to spending a good morning with you.
Like Clay said, we're excited to be here this morning. We thank you for having us and allowing us to host. We are excited to be celebrating 95 years this year come November, and we couldn't do that without our great team. They are fortunate enough to be able to work from home, and they've been working really hard for our clients. So we'd like to take just a quick minute to introduce our team. So everybody please stand up.
Come on, guys.
Kidding, cut to the video. As you can see, we have a great group of individuals. We cannot thank them enough for their hard work and dedication to EM Ford and to our clients during these difficult times. We have a good mix of youth and experience, and we are very excited about our future.
As we move into a new era of leadership at EM Ford, we first want to be thankful for those that have come before us, especially our father Steve and our cousin Rick Ford, and the leadership that they've provided over the years. They've also surrounded us with a fantastic team that we would not be here without today. We want to be thankful for each and every one of you this morning. As we continue to bring best-in-class services and strategies in insurance, employee benefits, and financial planning, it comes with both challenges and opportunities. If you're experiencing challenges in your business as you get back to work, please give us a call. We will help you assess the risks that are involved and find strategies that work best for you to be successful moving forward. We want to make sure that Owensboro understands that there will be the same opportunities that come out of this challenge. We think we're the best place in this Commonwealth to live, and we know we can prove it during this time. Let's have great conversations about how to move forward with a sense of cooperation and civility. We certainly want to say thank you to the Chamber for the opportunity to sponsor this morning, and thank you to the Governor for his leadership through this process and his time during his extremely busy schedule to share with us this morning. Thank you to our clients who have been so faithful to us throughout the years, and our community. Owensboro is certainly a wonderful place to live. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Again, just massive thanks to our friends at EM Ford for being the breakfast sponsor for a history-making Rooster Booster breakfast, the virtual edition. So, I mean, awesome of them to step up and do this. Oh, hey, real quick too, because, all right, we're all adults here, right? We can talk about this. Sometimes the keyboard warriors on social media can be a little outspoken and sometimes aggressive. So, we always encourage in all of our chamber events for people to be respectful of each other. I mean, this is a place where we celebrate everybody, right? We should be proud of ourselves. Science threw us a curveball with COVID-19, and the way that this community has come together to rally and work through it together has been inspiring. It's been impressive. Of course, that work continues. So just please, as we continue our live Rooster Booster today on social media, just be respectful. Let's keep the comment section. Let's keep the comment section clean in the spirit of community, because that's what we are. We are a community. We're all in this together. We are hashtag Team Kentucky. We are hashtag Together KY, and we have a featured speaker who's going to talk about that. This is pretty exciting. So to introduce him to you and to make that formal introduction, please welcome to our virtual Rooster Booster, again, from EM Ford, our friend Clay Ford.
Good morning, you all. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm honored to introduce our guest speaker this morning, Governor Andy Beshear. Governor, thank you so much for joining us. I'll be very brief because we are excited to hear from you this morning. Governor was elected in 2019 after serving one term as Kentucky's Attorney General, where he fought against elder abuse and fraud. He certainly fought against child abuse as well, and fought to prosecute child predators as well. He worked hard to maintain access to affordable health care for all Kentuckians. But Governor, I know why you're in this. You're in this for your family and for your children, Will and Lila, and children like them all across the state. You want them to have access to great education. You want to make sure that as they have the opportunity to grow up in a Kentucky that they're very proud of and want to raise their families in the future as well. So from our family to yours, from families all across Owensboro and Kentucky to yours, thank you for your leadership during this time, for your calm, consistent communication, to help us understand what we're facing and how we're going to get through this together. We're proud to be Team Kentucky. I'm certainly proud to call you a friend, but more importantly, I'm proud to call you our governor. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor of Commonwealth of Kentucky, Andy Beshear.
Well, thanks, Clay, and please give my best to Diane and your whole family. Everybody, thanks for having me. And I got to start the way I always start. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together. Now, I never thought when I was running for governor with plans dealing from education, economic development, trying to lift everybody up and move us in a direction, and initially at a budget that looked like there was just so much promise ahead of us, that we would be hit with a worldwide health pandemic, the likes of which we haven't seen in 100 years. But instead of hanging our heads, Kentuckians have come together and have dealt with this crisis in a way that no generation in the history of the world has ever done. How we have dealt this, how we have protected one another, how we have not just flattened a curve, but I like to say cut the top off the muffin, has never, ever been done. And I can tell you that because of that, not just thousands, but in every model that we had made, tens of thousands of lives have been saved. How many generations, how many Kentuckians can say that they have been a part of that? Right now, we are writing a critical part of our history here in Kentucky. And maybe more than any other chapter, it reflects on the type of people that we are. Our willingness to put other people's lives and health above our own personal self-interest. And more than ever before, the decisions we make impact every single person around us. So my hope is that this generation is remembered for being kind, for being good, and for being willing to sacrifice for one another. And as we move forward, our challenges are only going to get bigger. As we restart our economy, we reboot and we rebuild, it's going to be more important than ever for us to stay together as a part of Team Kentucky and to follow a whole new different set of rules. Because, there are some out there that believe now we've stayed inside for about 2 months, the virus is gone, and it's not. There's just a prediction where Indiana, they're predicting their deaths will increase about 540% based on their plan. So if you want to know why my plan is different, And why they have some things open a little bit earlier, it's because of that. Their governor is a friend. I think he's making what he thinks are the best decisions. I'm trying to make the best decisions here in Kentucky. But it's not so much just the dates and the rules, it's how well we follow them and how, as leaders, you all model that behavior. When people are looking around Owensboro and around the region, if they see you all taking this really seriously, continuing to engage in virtual meetings and commerce as much as possible, taking all of the precautions you need to, and yes, voluntarily wearing a mask out in public when you go to the grocery store or some other place, they're more likely to do it too. And each and every one of those decisions not only is going to save lives, but it is going to help our economy. The number one threat now that we are restarting to our economy is that we have to pause it again. And what that means is we need leaders out there saying we absolutely have to follow the rules. Well, we got to continue to promote Team Kentucky. And if we all do this together, we can do it in a way to where we don't reach the old normal until there's a vaccine, but we reach a new normal where we can all do a little bit more. I think one of the, Dr. Burks, one of the presidential advisors said, our new normal, we probably get up at best to about 50% of the contacts that we previously had until we hit that vaccine. But this is our new challenge. COVID-19 just didn't give us one challenge, it's giving us multiple challenges. But if we can meet it, if we can restart and reboot this economy while still protecting one another, we will have done some really amazing work. We'll have done what in the past they would have called almost the impossible. As we do it, we do have to continue to protect the most vulnerable among us. And I know that this can be hard. I think I talked about it for the first time last night. But for many of us, work is an important part of our identity. And the idea that an office is opening up or a facility is opening up, that makes us want to go back because that's just part of who we are. What I would first say is if your business has been running really well virtually, keep doing it. If you can continue to do it virtually, and by the way, the world's going to change going forward based on everything we've done virtually. But especially those over 60 with heart, lung, or kidney disease, please be really, really careful. Just because you're healthy doesn't mean that you're not significantly more at risk. And if that's an awkward conversation, I've had it with both of my parents. And yes, it was a very awkward and difficult conversation. I love this state. I knew I loved this state when I ran for governor, went through everything you have to do to run for governor. But it's just been reinforced by seeing how much we care about each other, how we're willing to come together, and how we are more unified than ever. Sure, there's a few who disagree, but you see that all over the country. I think we have less than in most places. But how the divisions have melted away, how we've realized that some of the things that made us angry at our neighbors weren't that big of a deal, and that we still care about the lives of that neighbor more than we cared about any of those divisions. So I hope as we come out of this, a couple things happen. Number one, we come out strong. If we can do what we have done against a worldwide health pandemic, we can build back this economy better than ever. And we can do it in a way with more virtual tools than ever that expands our reach all over the country and improves our efficiency as well. I can tell you that a large part of our Cabinet for Health and Family Services is probably never coming back to the office. Their productivity is significantly up since we've made some changes. So I think we'll have a new, different economy moving forward, even as we have that vaccine. But I also hope that we come out of it with a new dedication to everything we've had to show during it, of kindness, of compassion, of inclusion. I would have never have dreamed that having Virginia there next to me every day, and just that symbol of inclusion would have been so welcomed all the way across Kentucky. And I'd like to think that if we can be better in our new normal and never quite be the old normal, that we can have an economy that serves everybody, that we have more opportunity for small business, that we come out of this ultimately with less unemployment than other states, because we see the opportunities and are willing to invest in people, just like right now we are willing to protect people. I know Owensboro and Davis County has been hit hard in the midst of this, and Western Kentucky has been hit hard. We are working as hard as we can every day, making sure that you have testing and we'll have the tracing capacity that you need, because we're in this, we're in it together, and we're going to get through it together. So thank you, Clay. Thank you to everybody out there. Thank you for doing this virtually and showing a model that just because we can't be physically close together doesn't mean that we can't get together and do things. And here's what I'd say: keep it up. Even though we're moving from healthy at home to healthy at work, it doesn't mean we ought to rush back to big meetings or banquets or groups just yet. And if you all will continue to model this type of meeting and behavior that you're doing right now, you're going to protect a lot of people in your region. Just having people watch what you do makes a huge impact. So thank you for your leadership. What you've done has saved lives, and what we do moving forward is going to save lives. Thank you, Clay, my friend, and everybody else I know that's on the call. Thank you to all the new friends. Couldn't be prouder to be your governor. We've done amazing work, but there's much more work to do. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Governor. We're very proud to have you here with us this morning. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck this week. We appreciate you being here, and we've enjoyed the opportunity to hear from you. So good luck. We'll see you soon. We'll send it back to you, Chad. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Okay, so now it is time for our monthly chamber update. And as you all can imagine, I mean, things have been so different the last 6 weeks, but our friends at the Greater Owensboro Chamber of Commerce have not stopped working at all. They've been working from their houses. You've seen them on social media. Jacqueline's been in her dining room with that one random candlestick over her head. When we did the teaser for this Rooster Booster, Candace was all sprawled out in a chair, Afghan right next by. She could have rolled herself up in that thing like a tortilla. But here she is with our chamber update, your president and CEO, Candace Brake.
Welcome everyone to a virtual Rooster Booster and our virtual chamber update. As we always say, we've got a lot going on at the chamber this month, and we're going to get ready to tell you what's all happening. First of all, we have a coronavirus resource and reopening page. So many different items, regulations, and things to keep up with, and we're trying to help you stay on top of it. Make sure you go to our website and click on the resource page and our reopening page. And to that end, we also have done a series of webinars that we continue to do, from unemployment to dealing with stress in your business. Also, tomorrow at 10, we'll have a webinar on reopening within the Healthy at Work guidelines. Dr. Francis Dufresne from Owensboro Health and Clay Horton from the Green River District Health Department will be doing this Zoom with our members at 10 o'clock tomorrow. We will open that to the general public. It is on Zoom and it's on our website. On May the 20th, we will have a virtual new member breakfast. And that's when we meet with our new members, tell them all the benefits of joining the chamber and how together our collective voice builds a stronger community. May the 20th, and Jacqueline Grace will get more information to those new members. Go Together is a video segment that the chamber has been doing on Fridays. It's to highlight the good things that the people of Owensboro are doing during this crisis, how we're reaching out and moving things forward and really banding together to get through this together. It's called Go Together, Greater Owensboro Together. WFAE spotlights that we're doing to spotlight members. We have had 88 members spotlighted so far, and thanks to WFAE for their Serving the Tri-State segment. It's been a great opportunity once again to share the wonderful innovations that are going on with our member businesses and nonprofits. You are truly coming up with ways to make things happen and to build this community's economy, and we are so proud of you for the innovations that you're doing every day, and so grateful for you being a part of our local economic landscape. The class of 2020, we are going to be honoring you next week, along with the local superintendents and local college presidents. Next week will be Class of 2020 week. We ask all businesses in Owensboro to put on their marquees, congratulating the class of 2020. We'll have some fun things on social media and online to celebrate this group. And that means people from their seniors in high school for our class of 2020 to college graduates to OCTC graduates, to Brescia, Wesleyan, and even kids that have had to come back here in the class of 2020 and didn't get to graduate from college. We're celebrating all of you next week. Looking forward to celebrating with you. And if you haven't had a chance, please look at your Chamber Matters, specifically the renewals page. That is a list of men and women who own businesses and run organizations in this community who believe in something bigger than themselves. They believe that being a chamber member not only gives you perks and opportunities to grow your business, but it's part of being something bigger than yourself. Every single member helps us have a voice and move this economy forward. Now more than ever, we need you, and we appreciate everything that you're doing for us and everything you are doing for our community.
So there you have it. The first ever virtual Rooster Booster Breakfast. It's in the books. Now granted, it's not exactly what we're used to. We're used to being all together at the Owensboro Convention Center, but you know what? We made do this morning. We came up with a creative way for everybody to spend some time together, and we want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for being with us today. Of course, a big shout out to EM Ford for being our virtual breakfast sponsor, and another huge shout out to Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear for being with us today and for his address. And since we're on that subject, is it possible, do we know if we can get a t-shirt docu-signed? Anybody? Can we make that happen? In all seriousness, y'all, thank you so much. What a pleasure it has been spending some time with you this morning, and we will see you in the month of June. It's going to happen, not sure exactly how, but we're going to have a Rooster Booster in June, and we'll all be together in some way. So until then, have a fantastic month of May, and thank you for being with us at the Rooster Booster Breakfast.